We're live. Alhamdulillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters, we're going to make an adjustment. We have our very handsome brother on Facebook and YouTube Live, but we still have one more technical connection that needs to be made, but it won't be made this morning. So therefore, Blog Talk folks, I'm telling you right now, in order to hear Imam Darnell, you're going to have to go on over or add to what's going on. Go to the Facebook, YouTube side. So go to Imam Fahim Shuaibe Facebook. So we have two Facebook platforms. One is just Fahim Shuaibe, and the other is Imam Fahim Shuaibe. So go to the Facebook, look for it live, and then also YouTube. Also go to YouTube because he won't be calling in on the Blog Talk side. So you should be able to. I know that all these phones have Facebook and YouTube, and laptops, Facebook, YouTube. So go on over there so you can both see and hear Imam Darnell. Well, for now, I'm going to go ahead and keep my phone connected to the Blog Talk side. I don't know what's going to happen on your end, but you know where to go. Go to Facebook or YouTube, and you'll be able to hear Imam Darnell. So hopefully that'll work for us. And now, if I have a speaker conflict because I have to get the sound from my computer to hear him, I may wind up dropping off of the Blog Talk. So really don't depend on the Blog Talk for your being connected. I'll give you a few minutes, but I think that there may be an echo, a sound feedback conflict if I keep my computer on and stay on Blog Talk. It'll all work out. It's all good. So one more time. Let me see. Maybe Mark has a technical assist. So if there is a technical assist you can give me, I'm gonna pay attention to it. But beyond that, that's the only thing I'm accepting from Blog Talk. Brother Mark, assalamu alaikum. Oh, I got you. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I'll keep that very much in consideration. Try to work out a way to make both things happen. So we'll just see. It's probably just a logic issue that I haven't figured out yet. So we'll get to it, inshallah. So thank you so much, and you're probably still honeymooning, inshallah. It's good. Yes, assalamu alaikum. Yes, brother Mark is visually challenged, so
Oh,
switching up doesn't help him. Okay, so either way, uh, we're gonna let's move on for right now, and just let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Those of you who are, who, how you have my text. You know how to text me. You can, hit me with some tips or concerns or what have you throughout the broadcast. And if I can make an adjustment, I will. If not, that's it. But otherwise, let's go. My brother, Imam Darnell Karim, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, thank Allah
Okay.
for that. They gave me another day,
All
a
right.
chance.
Allahu
I want
Akbar.
to try to see
Allahu
what I
Akbar.
can do not to fail God.
Alhamdulillah.
He
What do
giving
you
me
want to
the
start out with talking to us about today? What do you want to do since we have? I'll open up the comments possible. So if anyone has any comments, questions,
yeah.
etc.
Someone wants to ask me a question, so I do that. I wanted to. I won't show it very long, but have you ever did people ever know that the man played golf?
That the man played golf? I have never heard that.
That's
Oh, you got a picture of the man playing golf. Oh, that's precious, man. That's precious.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, so he was out out there playing golf with the golf association here in Chicago.
Okay.
He he wasn't all
Yeah,
that good, but he was
yeah. He
swinging.
had a little. You say he wasn't all that good.
Well,
Yeah.
where to make it look good for the camera, you know.
Yeah. Well, when would he have a chance to get good at golf, right?
Yeah, but that's a very historical picture to see that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the man out there playing, doing golf. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he did not too bad, but if you
Uh
don't
huh.
do it all the time,
Uh
it'll show. I was right behind him with the other pros, and when I did the first swing, my stick went in the water.
huh.
So I
Wow.
can't talk about it too bad, but I was worried
No.
about
No.
that. So
No.
he did hit it. He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He did hit I don't know how far it went, but
Yeah.
he was pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
he was
I always wanted to play
look
golf.
at
I,
ain't that
I used to
something?
mess around a little bit. Yeah. And brother Imam Joel, who is out of California, Chicago, and Carolina,
Uh-huh.
he's a golfer. There's probably several others. A lot of Florida folks, they are golfers too.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would like to play the, it's so much pressure on us on different things. We don't get a chance
yeah.
do those things. But I didn't realize the science behind it.
Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's deep. It's deep. Yeah. There's this place called Esalen Institute here in the Monterey area. That one of the persons who is the founders of it, he has a book called Golf in the Kingdom, where he
Oh,
actually deals with Saudi, the Saudi Arabia and golfing and like that kind of integration of that of the quote unquote the science and the insider type mentality about it. Let's get to some content on the book. I want to make sure that let's go ahead and announce the other pieces that we have. We know that this whole segment that we've been doing is based on the book, of course, the first national, move that out, right? The first national Islamic school system uh, in America, and so that's what these interviews are about. But I know myself. I have the CDs, and I also actually have I think a VHS. I think I actually have some VHS of the Quran that you worked with Imam Vernon Rahimahullah and
yes, and
Imam.
that's a historical moment
Yeah.
in my life. You see, it's on the USB here,
Uh-huh.
and it's a very historic moment in my life to sit with. such a man and give interpretation of the Quran the way that he does it. It just comes so smooth
Yeah, yeah.
from him. And encourage, he said in the very beginning of the first Juzah made the announcement. He says that the immigrants have made their contribution in recording of the Quran, and he said we should be on the list too.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us, what is the content on that? Just give us just like a one, two, three kind of step of
Yeah,
what's on that.
what it is that I recite, uh, uh, and then Imam Vernon gives the translation,
Mm-hmm.
but he uses the use of Ali translation, but with the Imam's input in it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if it starts off with say, "In the name of Allah, the merciful, benefactor, beneficent, the merciful," but we started with, of course, with God's name,
Uh-huh.
the merciful benefactor, merciful redeemer. So that type of language is in there, and
Mm-hmm.
where that certain type of words in there, we kind of change it a little bit so it makes sense what the
Mm-hmm.
amount of
Mm-hmm.
in its instructions. When we finish it, we do 10 uh, verses, then I recite,
Uh-huh.
and then I recite, and then he translates what I recite all
Mm-hmm.
the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we do it, of course, in sections. Juzah 1, Juzah 2, part 1, part 2, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But after we get through with that, then we meet with the Imam, and then he gives us his tafsir of
Uh-huh.
that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've had some people. I make this comment that it was at a studio, and you might hear a phone ring or something. Was in his office,
Uh-huh.
and people might say, "Well, the technology should have been like this." But you have to realize the era and the times in which we live in.
Uh-huh.
It was live with this particular man. If the phone was there, all of that's history.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
So we,
that was the time that was,
that was the time that it was,
yeah,
and it shows the effort in
yeah.
what we're trying to do. But here's the message behind it at the Imam. It's only in the first Juzah. He said when the immigrant Muslims hear us doing that,
Mm-hmm.
he said it eventually is going to make a major impact in the Muslim world.
Yes, yes.
And the message would be that we don't need them
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
Allah is the one who's teaching us we can do it ourselves.
That's happening right now. That
And
is
it's happening right now.
you
Yes.
all demonstrated like we showed. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring this up. Hold on.
Hmm.
And while you think about the fact that I may possibly ask you to do a brief recitation for us on, while you think about that, I'm going to show something else here.
Oh,
Uh,
beautiful.
yeah, there's a lot. I'm just trying to get to this part right
Oh,
here.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So this right here this is the certificate, right? This
Yes.
is our first diploma in Arabic
Yes.
and English, that shows the time period of our completion of the class 1954. This is the black man is God period of time. This is the Yaqub's history period of time when we were, the black gods.
Yes.
That
That's right.
that supposedly, and it's true. We were not on Sirat al-Mustaqim in the most formal sense, but we were on the Sirat al-Mustaqim in that we were aspiring
Isn't
to
that
get
something?
to get straight. So talk to us about that diploma, what that meant and what that means in the
Well,
context. Part of it you've already said.
yes. Okay. It's very important that people have to realize that everything that's in that book is really all of our history. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's me there, my wife Gloria. We're in there, yes, of course, but it's our history. And
Mm-hmm.
to know that this school, it started with in a home with non-degree people, the parents. It started with the parents. So
Mm-hmm.
everything that we do is history.
Mm-hmm.
This will never happen again.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't
It
that
will never
something?
happen again. Yes. So it says what we're saying. What the point I'm making here. It says University of Islam at Jamiatul Islamiyya at the top there. Is
Uh-huh.
that when the Elijah Muhammad wanted it in the community, he didn't ask for an Arabic teacher to teach us how to speak Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
He said Quranic Arabic,
Uh-huh.
so that we be able to know go for ourselves and understand the language of the Quran.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from that, the Imam had one, Dr. Akbar had one, etc. And we all got them. Just a few, not everyone have them. But I have to
Mm-hmm.
let the audience let them know we have made history for the first time in America.
Mm-hmm.
An African American who had lost it all
Mm-hmm.
was taught by God, guided by God. So we began to produce our own, but now we're being placed in history.
Yeah.
That's the point. Place in history.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. I think
uh,
yeah, here's a picture you can see of yourself and Akbar. You said
yeah, we was reminiscing about the past, and the pictures of the ladies on the other side there. It just give you kind of like a general picture of how we were then. We
uh-huh.
just, or if they don't see hijab on them and whole lot of other things, don't they get carried away. It has nothing to do
Uh-huh.
with it at all. These
Yeah.
were honorable women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every one of them, their parents were pioneers in the community.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Every one of them was pioneers in the community. The guy down there on the bottom there that's we call him Sonny Elijah the third. That's Jabber's son.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then we have the ones on the left there, the other side there. Vivian, for example, her mother,
Uh-huh.
uh, uh, her house was used to for one of our first classes in down in the basement, and we used to be
Uh-huh.
around a round table for our first classes and etc. My
Uh-huh.
sister, top Geneva Jordan, I think, yeah, Geneva Jordan, way at the top there
Up here.
with the white coat on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was the Jordan family, and
Uh-huh.
her brother, we called him Professor Jordan. Man, he had like a limp in his foot, and boy, he was that was our first professor. We called Professor Jordan,
Uh-huh.
And the
Uh-huh.
one in the middle there, that was the man's first wife. Uh, mm, mm,
Right,
mm.
right here.
Yeah, the one in the middle there.
Lorraine. Mm-hmm.
Lorraine, yeah, thank you. I'm talking real fast, so yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, that was just some of us, and this is the way that we was,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I look at that,
And this is
and
obviously
it
years
says so much,
later, right?
huh?
These are obviously years later, right?
Years? Oh yeah, of course, they didn't like that. Now we don't wear no beards then, but there's just a picture. Some is from way back then on the other side there. I had
Mhm.
on my collar out. I was pretty cool back then.
You was cool, yeah. You were cool. You was cool.
Yeah, yeah. you know,
You
but
look
but
like you look like that guy on the Five Heartbeats.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was heartbeats all right back then too.
uh,
But I look at that picture and it almost make me cry.
yeah.
Going way back then when all of them were all 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years old, was all babies. Elijah Muhammad in the middle of he was the baby. I
Uh-huh.
remember him when he was first born. So many memories of this picture. And Akbar, me and sitting there talking,
Uh-huh.
reminiscing about the past. What his concern was when we were talking, he would he his I think it was the same as the Imam,
Mm-hmm.
and that was that he said do the imams have any academic education? I say, yeah, some of them do, not all, but some of them do. But I was trying to let him know about the greatness of his brother, Wahid
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad, what he has done. But some of them don't have the degrees, but what they are today, how they're recognized in the world of scholars because of the language that Allah has blessed his brother with, the Imam Wahid Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
So a little competition there, but not too much.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's all. It's always that with brothers. Let me step away for a quick second,
Sure.
because I know we could actually see. We did see what cameras do for you, right?
Yes.
So, but while you were talking in the past weeks, we were showing these pictures when you would make comments related to them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
These are so like this picture right here. What is that from? I mean, the
That
picture of
says to me,
Elijah and Clara Muhammad.
yeah, what that says to me, as soon as I see that picture, I think about when Donald Elijah Muhammad was my boss,
Uh-huh.
and I worked at the bakery, and
Uh-huh.
I had a white truck, Shabazz Bakery,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked to him practically every day because he wanted to see the pastries go into all the stores. And
Uh-huh.
I got up to about 40 some stores
Uh-huh.
with our pastries, and not a lot, but at least I started it, you
Uh-huh.
know. And Sister Clara, as I see her looking at her right now, is that she didn't know that Holly didn't make any money.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, I'm going to show you how to save.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of what I was saved. But here's the funny part about that. I'm looking at him right now, and this is the way he looked then when
Mm-hmm.
he was in the let's see, in the 50s. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
might be a little younger than that, but it still remind me of him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when I come to the house to kind of like draw something from my savings, it wasn't that much.
Mm-hmm.
Son, I see you. You're here to see my wife picking up some money. I said, yes, sir. He said, okay, well, she'll be with you in a few minutes. There, you just have a seat there in the room as you first come in there. So I
Mm-hmm.
sit there and she come and bring me the money or whatever the case may be. But that period of seeing him there,
Mm-hmm.
she's helping saving money. I'm in their house, and I come there like I'm part of the family, of course, you know. Let me
Mm-hmm.
say this part here about the savings.
Yeah.
Sometimes the imam, Wallace, would say they would slip me up in their room
Mm-hmm.
upstairs on the third level where his room was at, and you're not supposed to have any company and all. So we was up there laughing and talking, and he come up there, Elijah Muhammad come up there to talk to them for a minute. So he said, hide behind the door. I went behind the door, and he said, yeah, just come to see how you all are doing. Yeah, Daddy, we're doing all right. So and so, so and so, so and so. Well, okay, then I'll talk to you all later. Assalamu alaikum, Darnell.
Yeah, that I mean, you alls like, and this book brings alive. It's just
Yeah,
such a
it just remind me of that.
yeah, it's such a movie, man. It's such a movie. And speaking of which, we want to touch a little bit on chapter 11, which is what we're talking about today. And there's a story in there about Brother Curtis and Viola Karim, your wife's mother, uh, reminiscing and laying out to you some of the history, especially when the men went to jail. Both the first time and when those who went because of being conscientious objectors. Just tell us something about those interviews in that period. You also did an interview with your brother, asking questions about the character of the Imam. Any part of that you want to share?
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, I had I don't know if they people found any interest when I said about when I was working from at the bakery, but that's another story. But before I get to this, I just have to tell you this real quick.
Uh huh.
When I had proposed to, Glory was also working at the house
Mm-hmm.
as he when he didn't want nobody to wait on him, but her when he would meet with the ministers. So that
Mm-hmm.
was her job after she got out of school. She would be at the house with the other sisters or whatever
Mm-hmm.
the case may be. And I'm looking at him right now, and I said when I just went through a whole lot proposing to it, but I wanted to meet with him to get his blessings.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the wedding is on, and I got a call at the bakery and said that the message is on the phone. I came to the phone real quick, of course. Assalamu alaikum there, son. Um, I looked at the record stand and I see that our business has decreased here. We didn't hardly make any money this week. So what I'm gonna have to do is let you go.
Mm.
So I say,
Mm-hmm.
this is the week of the wedding.
Uh,
So
mhm.
I say, I wanted to say something else, but I won't say it on there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting married and everything. I say in the message, this was just my joke, saying that the messenger fired me.
Uh-huh.
But it was all good at the end, what he did for us. But
Okay.
it was just so bad that I had to get released at the week of get the wedding.
Mm.
But the story goes on in the book as you read about when I told Gloria about it.
Mm-hmm.
And but the way uh, we got married and proposed to her was the same type of story that the
Mm-hmm.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Sister Clara went about when they eloped. And
Uh-huh.
she climbed out a window and got in the way and he took off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That, that's a story in itself.
Yeah.
But back to the men, back
Uh-huh.
to the time of the men going to jail,
Uh-huh.
and she was given a history. Now that part is the picture is in Chicago
Yeah, I
when
understand. I'm just putting it up there.
no, it's okay, but they all connected together in terms of these are the same brothers. Along with her father is the one, the very first one with the lighter coat on was her father, and the man on the far right is Gloria's grandfather. So it's a lot to
Mm-hmm.
all of that, even the ones in the middle. But
Uh-huh.
all of that connected together in terms of the men going to jail is that it said that the word is out. If you arrest one, you got to take us all. If they're gonna arrest the leader, we're going with him, you know.
Uh-huh.
And when they arrested everybody, we filled up the jailhouse till they got aggravated because there was so many of us in there, and that's how the fight started and etc. So my
Mm-hmm.
mother-in-law, she was explaining about what she had to go through with her children. And
Mm-hmm.
Curtis was he was a Shelby the second, like Shelby Jr. Her father's name is Shelby.
Uh-huh.
So they was going through so many changes to protect the Muhammad family
Mm-hmm.
as this was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So her brother Lindsay is
Mm-hmm.
the one who, when they were in jail, him and Ephraim Baha, who the Ephraim
Mm-hmm.
Baha center was named after, he was the one that helped to feed the family while Elijah Muhammad was in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So in prison eventually. So what she was given the story of the struggles
Mm-hmm.
that they went through and determined to stay together. So if we take one, they take us all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the story that she was more or less given then. And
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like, not kind of, I do remember some parts of it to me is when uh, they finally went to prison in Milan, Michigan. My father and was practicing the same cell with Elijah Muhammad, and I rode in a car with them, to go there. That whole time period there, I couldn't remember all of the details, but it was very,
Yeah, you were only like 8 years old at the time.
yeah. I mean, it was. I didn't see him like saying the messenger like as we grow older and everything. He was just the leader of the community. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I reflect back on all of that, that is something to tell the people today
Mm-hmm.
of that how I lived in a time period of all these people, and people have to notice here, this is a very important point, is that when we say going to jail and went to prison, these were all honorable people.
Yeah.
They wasn't in going to jail because they was criminals, and
Right.
that one of them created crimes.
Right.
They all went to jail or the prison, so to speak, and were locked up because they was fighting for, of course, for our independence, and we
Mm-hmm.
wanted our own school and etc. or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the war came, of course, and when they arrested the brothers, these brothers, most of them were no teenagers. So
Right. Right.
why are they arresting them for not registering for the army? They was already almost seniors then.
Yeah. Yeah. 40 years old and older.
Yeah. But the main thing is to know when we talk about the time period of them going to prison and being arrested and all like that,
Mm-hmm.
none of it was about them creating a crime.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about the fight that we wanted our own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Independent.
Elijah Muhammad, of course, we know the whole history of that is that he wasn't going to go to war to fight against people that did nothing to us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I see the picture of let's see, Kalila with her
Yes.
doctorate certificate. Talk to us about her and Muhammad Ali. What you remember during that period of time when Ali was just
Yeah, we
coming
did.
to the nation and all that.
We came very close with Kalila. I know her whole story about her life, that the ups and downs and things of that when she first Muhammad Ali was proposing to her at the bakery and everything. She was a young girl and she wasn't because Kalila didn't have the life out in the street in
Mm-hmm.
the world. She was a very innocent young lady, and that when they got married, it was a wonderful thing to know about. Kalila was married to the champion of the world. But
Uh-huh.
Kalila was one of them wonderful, like all the rest of the girls that was in the school. They didn't have the life of the world.
Uh-huh.
So when she got married to Muhammad Ali, just changed things. Just changed for her,
Uh-huh.
and it's other little things that was going on that kind of like interfered with the Kalila that we knew then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. So it's not easy. Huh?
No, it isn't. But she has a Kalila, as you people we know, everybody know her. She has a gift of gab, so to speak.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
very giving person. She's
Mm-hmm.
always been that way,
Yeah.
and you would never know that she was the wife of the great champion because when we see her and you see with others, she would just blend in with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
right now is that as moving ahead with this here, so of course they had kids and she had twins,
Mm-hmm.
and my son got married to one of the twins,
Oh,
and
okay.
they have a daughter,
Yeah.
Amira. Yeah. So we came a little more closer because now me and Muhammad Ali shared grandparents together. So we kind of was pretty tight with the family for a long time, and we still are.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know that. Another thing that I learned on reading through chapter 11
hmm
is that you and I were born in the same birthday week.
Isn't that a blessing?
Yeah, so mine is December 8th and yours is December 10th.
December 10th, and I know there was a reason for us getting connected together.
There you go. We're together. We're definitely together.
Yeah,
But
so from now on we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate birthdays together, and if Allah
inshallah,
give me another 30 years, we'll celebrate
inshallah.
30 more years together.
I look forward to it. Look forward to it. Let's remind the people you can purchase Imam Darnell Karim's book by sending a cashier's check or money order to Post Office Box 1225, Homewood, Illinois 60430, or Zelle $70 to 708-261-4091 after this broadcast. Imam Darnell, there are other products that things that you produce to help people get that history, get that knowledge, etc. Tell us about those things also.
Yeah, well, Yeah, so there are some books, and a lot of people do have some of my Quranic Arabic books, but I, because of the month of Ramadan, I've kind of like pushed what the Imam said it represents our future here, and
Yeah.
it is the 12 juzs that we completed with the Imam before he passed away. Said it represents the future of our community.
Yeah.
That we want to be on record, just like the immigrants have, and this is a lot on this one little uh, thing here. Uh, this is it's on there. All that's on there.
Uh-huh.
English and Arabic and etc. And the Imam Tafsir.
Yeah.
And it's only $150 for 30 something CDs all on there. That's the technology nowadays.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
So
pay more for books. I pay more for books, $150, and then you have the voice and the tafsir of Imam on the Quran, and your reputation. Yeah, man, come on now. Just let
what can I say, brother? And
Alhamdulillah.
yeah. So this is our future. It
Yeah,
represents our future. But here's the point. I wanted to say something about that.
go ahead.
Ended with chapter 9.
Uh-huh.
And all of chapter 9 covers 12 juzels. So when the Imam got through talking, he says, I think that's where we'll stop at. Because
Uh-huh.
other things was happening, because we wanted to go to the rest before the
Uh-huh.
other things happened and he left from this life. He
Mm-hmm.
says, chapter 9, he said, I have given you all enough. What we have done, me and you, and Karim, what we've done, that you all will be able to go for yourself
Yeah.
for the rest of the Quran.
Come on now. That's
Yeah. He said, I've given you all enough for these 12 users. That's enough for you all to be able to go for yourself.
yes.
All
Yeah.
right. When you read that, that chapter real good, I know that's another subject itself. I'd like to tell you a whole story about that. When you look at it, why chapter 9 does not begin with God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer.
Uh-huh.
It
Uh-huh.
has a lot to do with our growth and development in this community.
Allahu Akbar. Yeah,
Now that's
well,
the guidance of God that it ended right there.
that's
But you'll
right.
be able to go for yourself.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
that's a beautiful
example is
thing.
there. Example is there to don't be like me. It's there to help you be better than me.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because Allah,
Allahu Akbar.
yeah, you have to be better than me. You can't be. I'm here to, as the Imam put it, three developments that happen in our school.
Mm-hmm.
The development of learning the Quran. They didn't teach us that.
Mm-hmm.
Allah gave me that voice.
Mm-hmm.
Akbar, he learned to speak Arabic like he was born there. And
Uh-huh.
Imam, who he is, an interpretation of the Quran that Allah has given him, the ta'wil,
Mm-hmm.
the hidden meaning, he has gifted the Imam with that. And he say, Allah has done that as an example for the future of our community.
Allahu Akbar. I pray that we really grasp that, hold on to that,
Me
understand.
too.
Allah has talk about independence. We have an independence and autonomy, and it's like, mashallah, this is no hit on anybody, because we were taught to seek after knowledge. We were taught to seek after knowledge by Elijah Muhammad. We were taught to seek after knowledge by Imam Muhammad, so that people seek after knowledge. That's a good thing.
Yes,
But sometimes we run so fast, you run past the biggest blessing. You already got the biggest blessing in this time, based on that very legacy. If you're in touch with it, whether you were a part of
exactly.
it, whether you were a part of it
Yes,
before
sir.
or you got connected after, and then you go running for something else because you think that that's where the big light is. You already live with the big light. You've already been lit with the big light. And
We
you
have
can just
something to offer. Yes,
go
we
ahead.
have something to offer the community. When, as we put it this way, real quick, I have to say that
No, go
when
ahead.
you say as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm,
Yes.
it says, I think it says we are known as the sleepers.
Yeah.
The sleepers or something. In scripture mentions about the sleepers of the night or day or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
he says that's a call. Bilal it represents that we have a mission out here, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Prayer is better than sleep. We didn't want to sleep on the gift that God has given to us.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
Bilal is telling us to wake up and
Yeah.
be hayya al-falah,
Uh-huh.
come with life in you, but be the main developers in society.
Come
Falah being
on now.
like farmer.
Come on now. That's it. So hey, we just gonna keep pumping it till we die. And then
There you go.
that's it. I mean, after that, what can you say? Right?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like
So let me ask you this question. Somebody's asking a question about
yeah.
how do we get the drive that Imam Darnell is offering? Okay, that's just $150. It's like
That's all.
$150 to the same number. You can zell it to 708-261-4091
Yes.
or send cashier's check or money order to Post Office Box 1225, Homewood, Illinois 60430. But either way, Zelle to 708-261-4091. You'll be able to get that. And you in the notes, you can just put in your address and everything, and he'll get it right to you. Imam Darnell, we're gonna close out. Excuse me. Any last words from you, sir?
The word for me is this: is that we have to say is that there is a spirit out here, a spirit out here that's making sure that we don't go any further. So I would say, hold on to what God has given us, because God has chosen us to be the leaders in society. As the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made the dua when he did the Umrah, he prayed to Allah that we be among the learned in society. So, brothers and sisters, I encourage you, don't overlook what God has given to us. And he has not carried us through all this journey from W.D. Farrar to Elijah to Imam Muhammad for nothing.
Yeah.
Where it says that Allah has made us the Ummatul Wusta, the balanced community, that will be the witnesses for the world, and the Prophet Muhammad will be the witness for us. What does that mean when he said we are the witness and Prophet Muhammad be the witness? Meaning that it's saying to us is that if we want to follow Prophet Muhammad, then we have to live the life to become established, and every effort that we make, that we become the model community, but we have to make that effort. And the witnesses is to make the effort, and don't sleep on it or anything, to know that Allah is working with us to be the community that he has worked with us for all these many years to be the model. So don't go to sleep on that and try to blend in with others.
Right.
You have a mission to complete.
Yes, yeah. There is a question. What do you remember about fasting before, when we first started fasting Ramadan as we do now? What do you remember about the first time and before?
Yes, and also what I remember by that, I believe, as the Imam had put it too, I think we was fasting the month of December on purpose. It was a preparation period for our life. It was a preparation so that we be prepared what we see today. That's the way we see it. But it's a lot of story to breaking the fast during that time. We wasn't uh, doing the 5 prayers and etc. and all like that. That we was making dua and etc. But
Yeah.
it was a time period. Oh, I have that book too of my father. I don't have it before me. The Holy Quran that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught from that during the time that they were in prison, and he gave the story on how they were being taught about Ramadan, even during that period of time.
Yeah.
Preparation is the period of time that we live,
Yeah.
and we thank Allah for that time period,
Yeah.
that we're ready for it now.
You got a telephone, huh?
Yeah.
So the 19, I'm remembering 1976 as being like the first time we actually did Ramadan. Is it
1956.
no 76?
Oh,
The first,
76. Okay.
the first time we did iftar, not iftar. Well, you can say iftar, but Ramadan. I think that's about the time because that's one of the questions. When was fasting introduced? Do you remember anything beyond?
When you say you want the period of time when we first started?
Yeah, doing it the way we do it now. According to Al Islam.
Oh, everything started in 1976.
Yeah. Okay.
It all started in sister asked me a question very similar to that. When did we start doing our five prayers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's visibly and nationally. It
Yeah.
was all done between 1976 and 78. It
Uh-huh.
all became established in America.
Yeah.
But when it actually started, when the Imam made an announcement, see, we're now going to have Jumu'ah prayer, and that was October 1st, 1976 in Chicago.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
it all started then. Then we became more conscious
Yeah.
about our prayers, etc. And he had put me in the newspaper here. I think I have it here, where that they had me to give the demonstration pictures of how to do the prayers here.
Uh-huh.
Remember this?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's in the Balalian News.
That's
Well, that
beautiful.
was it's dated 19 October 1st, 1977.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
when everybody was fresh into
Yeah. Yeah. It was fair.
doing everything.
Allahu
But
Akbar.
actually, the prayers that actually started being introduced in 1957.
Yeah. I had the
Yeah,
book.
that book.
Mashallah,
Yeah,
I lost
I
it.
don't have mine, but
Ah,
that's
man. Yeah.
what's so significant about that. You don't see W.D. Farad in that book nowhere.
No. No.
So
No.
that's when it was really introduced to us. But where was it trained at? It was trained when we was having classes in 1950.
Yeah.
We was having our classes. That's actually where it started with us, with the students
Yeah.
learning to do their prayers
Yeah. Yeah. So
in
I mean,
1950.
powerful seeds were planted and they were growing all the
Yes, that's
time.
the
All the time.
powerful seed. That's the point.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was. But
Yeah.
when I think about that, Imam Shuaibe, I was thinking about it this morning, just reflecting. I said, that doesn't sound like that I lived all that time,
Mm-hmm.
to witness all that back then, and we're here today. And I
Yeah.
said, Glory, I think Allah help us here for a purpose.
Yeah.
Because all of
Absolutely.
them are gone, so to speak, of this life.
Yeah.
But we're here, me and
Yeah.
her, and I think that it's by the choice of God that what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now, I have to do it.
Alhamdulillah. And I'm glad to be a part of it. We're going to have to go. Alhamdulillah. It's a pleasure. It's wonderful seeing your face and hearing your voice. Next week, you're going to recite for us. Okay. So be be,
Oh,
be
yeah,
ready. Be
I
ready.
got some chapters I want. If anything, next week I want to recite the chapter with Duha, but I
Uh-huh.
want to take my time with it and give the meaning because
All right.
that's our chapter for the community. Chapter 93,
All
the
right.
morning glory light,
All right. Well, let's do it.
and
All right. Inshallah.
that's the one that Elijah Muhammad requested for me to come up there and recite on Savior's Day, and
Uh-huh.
he told me that he was crying.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. So we have much to look forward to. Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, next week. Thank you. It's been a wonderful time seeing your face, hearing your voice, and getting more of this rich history of our original independence and legacy. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I'll praise to Allah. I appreciate. Oh, at the ending of this is real quick. All of those who order, I don't know if they have to tell you. You probably got it. The one of me and the man reciting on at the Eid.
Uh, uh-huh.
Uh,
I've heard it. I don't. I couldn't put
well,
my
they're gonna
hands
get
on
that
it. But,
free.
okay.
They're gonna get that free with the order and plus announcements the man made about Ramadan itself.
Okay.
All right, and the last one is don't forget the Eid song.
Yeah, we got to get that Eid song, man, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. You need to do a recording of that, bro. So we
I am.
can.
Look at this here, real quick. I'm
Okay,
excited.
go ahead.
The Eid song. This is wait a minute. Yeah, that's us singing it
Oh
when we
wow.
were teenagers. My father's in the background playing the clarinet, and another brother in the back dual. He was playing the violin, the
Right.
vibes, and we
Allah.
up there singing, and we got on the Arab clothes there.
Come on. Right. So see, that's another book. All that's another book, man. So
Yeah.
inshallah, we'll get to it. That's a whole museum worthy setup there. So may Allah bless us to make that happen.
Yeah. I got to see that in the background. You see what that is? That's the piano.
Oh yeah, the keyboards. Yeah. Well, you know what to do with that? You know what to do with that?
Well, I used to, but I'm back. I'm practicing. So when we hang up, I'm gonna hit the board.
All right. We out. Alhamdulillah. Everybody have a wonderful day. Ramadan Mubarak. May Allah accept it from us. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.